Hey everyone. So we made it to the planting of the tank, and we're gonna do that today. Sorry for the delay. It took a little longer to find the right weekend with all the things going on, get plants ordered. But let me give you a quick overview of what we're going to accomplish today. As you saw in the previous parts, we set up the substrate and the hardscape, and today would be when we tackle the planting, so that I'm going to get the moss on the tree as well as the hairgrass and whatnot. So one thing you'll notice here is I've got a Tupperware full of the moss. So I got that middle of the week, and I was a little bit disappointed. I thought it would be more. The picture on the eBay website, which is where I found a good deal for it, showed a larger ball, and I don't know, hard to measure this kind of thing. You know, is it a 5-inch by 5-inch moss ball that's spread out, or is it really compact? So I mean, I'm not going to criticize, but what I fear is the two that I got aren't enough. I'm going to stretch it to see what happens. So what I did though is I put it in this Tupperware, filled it with water, and put the light on it to continue its growth. Put a little bit of liquid Fert in there, and just for the few days I've had it before I can make it to the weekend. And so that's what that's doing. So, and that is Christmas moss. I did homework on a few mosses, and I thought Christmas moss would be an ideal bonsai tree moss. So we're gonna give that a shot, see what that ends up looking like. And over here, we've got my dwarf hairgrass. I was kind of excited to find it at PetSmart, because then I didn't have to order it online or anything like that. So that was cool. And it was the dwarf variety of hairgrass. So that's even better, because I don't want it to overtake the tank. So I just took it out of the package and put it in little plugs, sprayed it down with water until it's ready to go. And then I also have some anubia. And actually I had purchased anubia, or I had intended to purchase it from the PetSmart as well. But they only had anubias nana, which, as you can kind of tell, is a little bit larger than I wanted. And they didn't have any nana petite. But I had some in my my 30-gallon over there, and so I've taken that out and separated at the rhizomes into several pieces. So that's what I'm going to use, and just use the one I bought, put it into the 30-gallon. Some things that we're going to need: some good aquascaping tweezers. I have another set around here somewhere. Need some glue. That's what we're going to do to glue the anubias to the rock and hardscape. And we're going to have a water bottle here full of water, because we'll saturate the tank first, as well as after, as we're planting. And here's a tip that we're going to do today. I'm going to introduce to you, some of you, is we're going to cling wrap this thing. We're going to make this a greenhouse, and we're going to allow the grass to start to shoot out before we put water in that. So that'll help it take, and that way things get settled, and I can still make some corrections if there's some problems without actually having it in the wet. So anyways, let's get this party started. Yeah, well, there you guys have it. I'm almost satisfied with it. So as it turns out, the moss turned brown pretty quickly in the few days that I've had it, and so I'm a little concerned about it. So I'm gonna watch that very closely over the next couple days, just to see if it gets worse or if it's something that I can recover in once it's in the greenhouse like this. If it starts getting worse, I'll just put in an order for some more moss, and hopefully by the time it gets here, it'll be ready to put underwater completely. That'll give the dwarf hairgrass here an opportunity to kind of start sprouting. So that's really what I'm after right now, is just to kind of monitor the grass, see if that it starts to sprout and take wings and start its carpeting. And then once I get evidence of that, I'll fill it the rest of the way with the water. I think it looks amazing. I think it's going to look just incredible in here once it's all done. So as you can see, I've just tended it with saran wrap. I'll just be watching it like a greenhouse for the next few days, and keep the light on it for, I would imagine 16 hours a day-ish, 2/3 at least anyways, and we'll see how that goes. So I'll give you updates as I go along, and hopefully the next step here is just to fill it with water and start the fishless cycle. And yeah, so far I'm liking what it looks like. So stay tuned, folks. We'll talk to you later.